The Detroit Lions have signed quarterback Teddy Bridgewater contract. We got some breaking news. We're going to talk about it. I'm not going to lie, Twitter can be such a pain in the butt. There has been rumors flying all day that the Detroit Lions were going to make a quote-unquote big splash move. There was rumors flying on, could it be a trade? Could it be sending a player away? But it is this. The Detroit Lions have signed quarterback Teddy Bridgewater to a contract, and he is going to compete with Nate Sudfeld to be the backup role. Let me tell you a little bit about him if you do forget here. Now, he played for the Minnesota Vikings in 2014 for a couple years, all the way when he went to the New York Jets in 2018, then Carolina Panthers in 2020, then Denver Broncos in 2021, and now the Miami Dolphins last year, and now the Detroit Lions today. Teddy Bridgewater is a guy who has been around the block for sure. 6'2", 214. Again, drafted in 2014 with the 32nd pick to the Minnesota Vikings. And if you look at his career stats here, he's got a completion percentage of 66.4, 15,120 yards, 75 touchdowns to 47 interceptions. And when we go back to Teddy Bridgewater, we got to understand, again, Teddy Bridgewater is here to compete with Nate Sudfeld. He's not here to compete for Jared Goff. He's not here to take Hendon Hooker out, and because Hendon Hooker was drafted, that means with signing Teddy Bridgewater means he's a bust. That's not the case at all. It's all about the backup role that the Detroit Lions legitimately believe they have a shot to make the playoffs and make a playoff run. And one of the positions that they wanted to secure up to make sure that it's good to go, obviously, is the backup quarterback position. Now, Nate Sudfeld has been really good in camp. He has. He's been showing out and doing really good all around for the football team. But make no mistake about it, he hasn't really played at all in the regular season. He hasn't really done anything in the regular season. And when you're the Detroit Lions and you have an opportunity with such a good roster, such as they have right now, that means the Lions are legitimately don't want to screw up and fall off a cliff. That's what that means. They want to be able to, if Jared Goff were to go down, to still compete for a playoff spot. And would you like Teddy Bridgewater or not, he's had plenty experience in that role as a quarterback in the NFL. He's started, he's backed up, he's won games for teams as a backup, and guess what? He's going to be that for the Detroit Lions. He's not the greatest quarterback in the world. Absolutely not. Now, I don't think Teddy Bridgewater is a quarterback that can lead teams for a long period of time to success if your starter like Jared Goff goes down. But say Jared Goff goes down for a series or a game, I trust him much, much more than Nate Sudfeld. I do. And I think that he would do a really good job with this coaching staff, with, this regime under Dan Campbell. He would be a good quarterback who can come in here and make a game worthy if Jared Goff goes down. That's what it's all about. And I think that's what he brings for veteran leadership for the backup role. And I feel much improved, when it comes to him as a backup than Nate Sudfeld. Now, they're going to compete, because I don't think Nate Sudfeld's now making the roster. They're going to compete. And I do believe that Teddy Bridgewater will be the backup quarterback. I do. I think that at this point, he is the backup quarterback, but he's going to have to compete. I don't know how much he'll actually, legitimately play on Friday. Considering the fact that we got a preseason game, maybe it'll be like more the, the third string there, just kind of getting some reps in. But, you're talking about preseason week 2. That's something they can look at, and obviously preseason week 3, he'll get in there. But Nate Sudfeld, Nate Sudfeld's got to worry now a little bit. He definitely has got to worry now a little bit, because Teddy Bridgewater here is probably taking his job. He's probably got that job now on lock. And I think it's a smart decision. I've been talking about signing Teddy Bridgewater for how many months now in preseason? How many? A long time. So I got a question for you. Do you approve of this signing? Y for yes and N for no. Let that be a pinned comment for this video, because I think that, to me, it's a good signing. Now, the details of the contract is not out yet. That is something that we need to know. All I know is it's a 1-year deal for this year, but it doesn't say exactly how much the contract is. I don't think it's going to be that much, in all honesty. When you think of a Teddy Bridgewater, I don't think it's going to be a break-the-bank type of contract. But, hey, a 1-year deal is fine with me. And it gives him an opportunity for this year and Hendon Hooker to sit back and learn from all of these guys. Sit back and learn how to be a NFL quarterback in this league. And so there's no pressure on Hooker at this point, to come in. So say there was an injury, right? Jared Goff gets injured late in the season. Would you rather have a Teddy Bridgewater back there or Hendon Hooker? Personally, look, you know how much I like Hooker, but veterans do have, to me, an opportunity to win games a little bit more than the rookie. I think the world of Hendon Hooker. I do, and I think he's going to be a good player for the Detroit Lions. But as of right now, I'm fine with Teddy Bridgewater. I think it is much better for the Lions to have him as the backup quarterback. And I think it's a great opportunity for Detroit to really secure, having the best 53-man roster. And I've talked about it. Other YouTubers have talked about it. My guy Raw Detroit talk about it. That includes the backup quarterback position. Having individuals who can hold the fort down. Now, a lot of people may disagree with that assessment, but that's all our opinions, right? That's your opinion. That may be someone else's opinion. But I like it. I think it's important to have a player that, of his caliber, be able to come in when the situation may not be the greatest. And I just never wanted a situation where a Nate Sudfeld comes in, or the quarterbacks we've back up in the past, right? We've had all sorts of bad backup quarterbacks, and it's automatically a loss. And that's a bad feeling, to automatically have a loss when you feel like you can win, right? You feel like you can have it. Dan Campbell says we're in year 3, and I think we're in a much better position. You want to know you're in the best hands as possible. I'll leave it at that, but also it's the competition. It doesn't mean Nate's out of anything if we go this route, in which they did. If it works out, you'll feel good about whoever comes out fire. It's going to be the right guy to help you along the way. But yeah, you don't want the wheels to fall off. And it's 100% right. And not only does the offense slow down, but it definitely punches, the players in the gut it's like, man, we're just not getting anything if you don't have a quarterback that can throw you the football. So I'm going to ask you right now, grade this signing. A, B, C, D, or F? Let me know in the comments below. I'm going to go A-. I like the signing. He's got plenty of time to learn the playbook. We even started preseason 1, so I'm perfectly fine with it. I don't, again, know exactly what the contract is per cost. All I know, it's a 1-year deal, so I'm going to go ahead and give it an A-. I think that's a fair assessment for getting Teddy Bridgewater in right now. I think it is. So let's turn this into a conversation. I cannot wait to see all the comments. I may not comment all the time replying to you guys, but trust me, I look at it. I laugh a lot. I think it's hilarious. But I want to know your thoughts on this signing right here. So blow up the comment section. Good signing. Solid signing. Is it the big move that Twitter was talking about? Oh, the Lions are going to trade for this player, trade for that player. They're going to get, Chris Jones or Chase Young. No, it was not that signing. And, it kind of made people go absolutely ape when they're thinking a big move like this is going on. But, hey, it's a solid move, and can't wait to see him in the Honolulu blue and silver. You got Jared Goff, Nate Sudfeld, Teddy Bridgewater, Hendon Hooker. That is a solid amount of quarterbacks right there, and you're going to assume that Nate Sudfeld is probably not making the roster. Probably not making the 53-man roster. So that's my assumption there. Folks, make sure you go ahead and hit that notification bell. Really important. You hit it, you won't miss on the latest news rumors regarding our beloved Detroit Lions. You also want to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on that as well. With that said, folks, adios.